For the first time this year, the New York Yankees lose a series. And the Blue Jays do it again. They give the Rays their first losses of the season. And the Toronto Blue Jays give the Yankees their first series loss of the year. In the Bronx, winning 5-1 today. And Kevin Gausman was outstanding. I apologize in advance if I sound a little stuffed up. It's a tough one out here. I got some of this Kleenex going on just in case some crazy stuff happens, and I gotta let it fly during the video. So, anyways, Kevin Gausman was outstanding. Varsho and Vladdy go deep. That's really the story of it. Now, it took some time though. Both pitchers, Clark Schmidt and Kevin Gausman, were dealing through the first 5 innings. And then in the top half of the 6th, George Springer hits a ground ball to short. It's bobbled by Volpe. He can't make the play. Bo Bichette then hits a ball right back up the middle. Great play by Gleyber Torres. Flips it on to second. Gets the 1 out. However, the inning's not over yet, obviously. And that error might come back to haunt you still. And Vladdy comes up. And man, he got a curveball, or a slider, that didn't slide very much. And it stayed in the inner half, and Vladdy turns on it, drills it on a line, and it's gone! 2-run shot for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 113 miles an hour off the bat. And the Blue Jays lead it 2-0. Huge shot from Vladdy, and the boys are in front. But they weren't done! 2 pitches later, Dalton Varsho gets a ball in the inner half, and he turns on it, drills it into the second deck. They're in right field. And the Blue Jays add on. It's now a 3-run lead with back-to-back jacks. And that kicks Clark Schmidt out of the ball game. He was outstanding, though. He had 8 strikeouts over 5 2/3. Only had 3 hits, 3 runs. None of them were earned because of the error from Volpe. Great job from Clark Schmidt today for the Yankees. Now, we go to the top of the 7th inning. And with Whit Merrifield on, and two-hit Whit, man, he has been something else so far this year. Did he have 2 hits today? No, I had 1 hit. But I think he got on base twice. He did. But no, Jansen comes up, and he drills a double. In comes Whit Merrifield, and the Jays are up now 3-0. All right, you can feel a little confidence now. And then, top of the 9th inning, some small ball occurs. Right, we were all upset about that yesterday because they didn't get any small ball going, and it kind of sucked. They had every opportunity, they couldn't do it. But I think they have the first 2 guys on and nobody out. And then a fly ball moves Chappie over to third. And Jansen hits a ground ball to third, I believe. And they try to get the double play, the out at second, Kirky. And then they fire on to first, not in time. So Jansen's safe at first. Chapman comes in to score. Jays lead it 5-0. I screwed up earlier. Top of the 7th, that Jansen double. Whit Merrifield scores it. That had made it 4-0 at the time. The RBI ground out, or I guess the fielder's choice from Danny Jansen, made it 5-0 Blue Jays in the top of the 9th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 9th, and in comes Adam Simber, and he gives up a solo shot to Anthony Rizzo with 2 out, then 2 straight hits, and we're like, okay, let's get out of this thing. And a pop-up to Matt Chapman to end the ball game, and the Blue Jays win yet another series. They've lost 2 series all year long. They haven't swept teams. They haven't really got... It's a weird season so far in the sense that you haven't dominated, but you've won every series. The Jays are now 13-9 on the season. The Yankees are 13-9 on the year as well. And today, the story was Kevin Gausman. If you watched his start today, he was locating everything. Just about as good of a start as you can get. He had a tough one in his last one, right? Against the Houston Astros in Houston. Got lit up in the first inning. It was quite awful. 7 innings. 3 hits allowed. Obviously no runs cross. Doesn't walk a batter and strikes out 11. Only 2 times in Blue Jays franchise history has a starting pitcher had 11 strikeouts at Yankee Stadium. Roger Clemens was one of them. And now, Kevin Gausman. He was outstanding today. Picks up the W as expected, as deserved. And he was really, really good. Eric Swanson goes out there, and he throws a clean inning of work out there. No base runners and a strikeout. And obviously, Adam Simber goes an inning, has 3 hits and the 1 earned run on the home run. Offensively, George Springer is struggling at the plate. That's pretty evident, right? We all know that. 0 for 5 with a couple strikeouts for Georgie today, hitting a .198. Hitting under the Mendoza line. So kind of a iffy one for George. Bo Bichette went 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. Vladdy went 1 for 4, but he went deep. Excuse me, Dalton Varsho, 1 for 4, but went deep. And Matt Chapman continues his insane start to the year. Went 2 for 4 with a run scored in the ball game. And Whit Merrifield, as I mentioned earlier, went 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he walked once as well. So, look, the offense wasn't pretty through the first 5 innings, but then they scored in the 6th, the 7th, and the 9th to win it 5-1 over the Yanks and win the series. Now, the next focus for the Blue Jays is starting tomorrow as they welcome in the Chicago White Sox to town for a 3-game set. Lance Lynn and Chris Bassitt is the pitching matchup in Game 1. Mike Clevenger's on the White Sox now. Would you know it? And Jose Barrios gets the ball for the Blue Jays. And in the finale, it's Yusei Kikuchi versus Michael Kopech. So, let me give you some ERAs and some total numbers. Lance Lynn on the season is 0-2 with a 7.59 ERA. It is ugly for Lance Lynn. Chris Bassitt, well, the ERA is 5.40, but we all know how he's been pitching recently. He has been really, really good. So Lance Lynn in his last inning against the Phillies went 5 1/3, allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, walked 3. So pretty ugly stuff there for him. And like I mentioned, Chris Bassitt at 5.40 in Game 1. Game 2, Mike Clevenger is 2-1 with a 3.26 ERA, so he's having a good start to his year. And Jose Barrios, we all know what he's done in his last 2 outings. He has been very good. So we'll see what he can do on home field there in the second game. And Yusei Kikuchi, the 3-0 Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 3.80, gets the ball in the finale. Michael Kopech 0-2 with a 6.97 ERA. So again, look, it's not going to be an easy series. I don't care that the Chicago White Sox have a record of 7-15 and they have lost 4 straight and they are not playing good ball. They just played the Rays and got swept by the Rays. The Rays are 19-3. The Jays have 2 of those wins, by the way. It's crazy stuff. I think it was 2 of the wins. Right? We won 2 or 3 against the Rays, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We were the first 2 games against the Rays, right? And then Manoah blew up in the finale against McClanahan. Yeah, so that's what happened. So, that's the upcoming series for the Blue Jays. What do you guys think they need to do to at least take 2 of 3 against the White Sox back at Rogers Center? So it's going to be, finally, we've played so many road games to this point. This 6-game road trip against the Yankees and the Astros, where the Jays go 3-3. Honestly, that ain't bad. You're playing at Minute Maid Park against the Astros and at Yankee Stadium, and you go 3-3. And more importantly, you win 2-3 against your divisional foe. That's the big one for me. All right? And then obviously the 10-game road trip to start the season. So it's finally nice to have the fellas back home for at least a 3-game set. I can't remember. Are they on a homestand? Let me check that out real quick. So, White Sox for 3. Mariners, we get to see Teo back. And then you go to Boston for 4, go to Pittsburgh for 3, go to Philly for 2. What the hell? We're away so much. Albeit, if you think about it this way, Jays fans, if they can find a way to keep winning series away from home, it'll be great because, second half of the season when you're trying to make some push for a divisional spot or a wild card spot or a home field or whatever, the amount of home games you're going to have are going to be quite nice. 1 game at a time, though. We have a 3-game set against the White Sox coming up tomorrow. Lance Lynn versus Chris Bassitt. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the W today, smack that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter and Instagram links are down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys Leafs edition. Game 4 between the Leafs and Lightning. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock puck drop. Actually, I think it's 7:30 puck drop in Tampa. Let me quickly fact check that. I believe it's 7:30 tomorrow night. Yeah, 7:30 tomorrow night in Tampa, taking on the Lightning as the Leafs. They look to find a way to take a 3-1 series lead. They took the best punch from Tampa yesterday. They got the win. Samsonov's confidence flying high. Just got to stay sound of the net. Good things will happen. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, though, between the Leafs and Lightning in Game 4. As for the Blue Jays, they welcome in the Chicago White Sox for game 1 of the 3-game set at Rogers Center. All right, Lance Lynn versus Chris Bassitt is pitching matchup tomorrow evening. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W today. We'll talk to you guys then.